referees, 1 minute, please take the field. Players and referees ready.
Well, thanks for joining us here at Coffs Harbour International Stadium, of course, in the heart of lovely Coffs Harbour for the State of Origin Series for 2022. This is the Women's 20s division, of course, between New South Wales and Queensland. James Preston and Jordan Dart with you in commentary, and will be the Blues with first use of the footy as Mackenzie Davis sifts it off, and now back to Mia Rogers. Davis hopping into dummy half now and jinking away both sides. And of course, if you're just joining us now, both Jordan and I have run the gauntlet over these two sides, and there are a few players that we'll definitely be having to keep an eye on, Jordan.
Yeah, quite a few. But while we mentioned those three earlier on, all 14 of these girls have done a great job to make this side. And we saw a couple little guys stand out to us in that last game, and there'll be a couple in this one. Demi Ashurst with the ball over to Caitlin Blade there.
Blade trying to scythe her way through Port now, so this will be the last touch. Now offer it off here, away to Chadburn, linking up, but they can't find an opening here, Queensland. So good defence from New South Wales, and meters on offer now. Davis jumps into dummy half, wrapping around that short side. Trying to find an opening here is McCurley, who was very good at the Inferno National Touch League and also in the Junior Championship earlier in the year.
Already in this women's 20s, I'm loving it. Origin.
Short side, Ray once more. McCurley trying to find an opening. Ooh, and a little bit of aggression popping out there as well. Charlotte Graham wanted to get on with things quickly. That, well and truly, is Origin.
It's Origin. It's good to see. Obviously stays in the spirit of the game, but I don't mind it up here. Good to see. Great hands there. We've got a touch and pass coming back.
Yeah, that'll go the way of New South Wales. And I mean, we think about the anthems and some of the famous songs in this country. We are one, we are many. Not when it comes to State of Origin. No. There is a clear, distinct divide at the Tweed, and we hate each other.
There's about 45 minutes where you do not get along. So New South Wales with great field position here. Let's see what they go to in attack.
Quick off there, and now still finding some room with Carruthers. Carruthers promoted it further. No opening came though. And they'll come again here, New South Wales. So a full set to play with. Carruthers touches it. Looking for O'Reilly, who shifts it on further now to Carroll. Carroll dropping it off McCurley. Carroll. And now with O'Reilly. Back through the middle of things. A bit slow so far in this set. Looking for some sort of opening. Touch came through, so Carruthers not able to get all the way into that in-goal area.
Early touches, you see him just go to that little static play in the middle. Let's see Isabella Geros come into the play now.
Will she make her presence known?
No.
Oh, that's beautiful stuff. Maggie O'Reilly held it up for an age, and this time Carruthers is not denied.
And I think that's where it come into. You see Isabella Geros just glide in to look for that little passive ball out the back. And great job for Maggie O'Reilly. Just digs into the line, pumps a couple of times, and short ball to Carruthers.
Good start for the Blues. So Queensland with work to do as it comes here through Hinksman. And now off to Sawtell. Of course, not too far from lovely Coffs Harbour here is Sawtell. Asked the defence to come out and meet her. Law, who stepped up to shut things down. Long ball over the top. McCurley was there tracking nicely. Further away it comes. They'll cut out Sawtell. Now a chance to attack here through Hinksman. Oh, good ball over the top. Plenty of space for Charlotte Graham, and she can't be denied. One try apiece here for the women's 20s.
Great ball over the top. Hinksman just holds it up, runs a little counties play, digs into the line once again, and hits straight back.
Yeah, lovely ball over the top initially, and then McCurley just got enough on her defensive line to push Graham back in, but was caught infield on the second attempt there. Smart play from Queensland just to run her a little bit ragged across the space of two plays. As the flick up comes here from O'Reilly. Already set up one try, and of course there is that woman that both you and I are thinking is going to be potentially the focal point of their attack, Bella Geros in the 12. They come forward with Carruthers, the try scorer. Waiting for that defensive line to come up and reach her. If they don't, it will be a penalty. Carruthers again, ball in two hands, and just not able to find a bit of an opening there.
Yeah, they look to come back short side, and Caitlin Blade well up to the task there. Covers her player, and Queensland back in their ruck set.
So for their march now, the Maroons up towards that New South Wales logo on the field. That's the only logo I like to see, but we won't delve too long on that one. Nick Ball is an incorrect play the ball. Sorry, Jordan.
That's okay.
I'm
looking at the Queensland one, so at least there's one of each of us in the box, hey?
How about you at least watch the play, huh? How about that, bloody Queenslanders? Now they'll play the ball here as Geros comes into dummy half, firing it across, looking to open up some space here. McCurley pointing straight ahead. Hops into acting half herself. Now shifting around is Mannion. Mannion once more in a dummy half, waiting for that support to come onto the field. Mia Rogers is out there now, another one of those gun players. Here she is with the ball, straightening things up. Rogers once more running at pace. However, stepping up and stopping the run was Ashurst. So Mia Rogers just looking to find an opening, but potentially forcing the issue there a little bit.
Yeah, they went open side quickie, but Ashurst was sitting back ready on side, ready to just strike it. So great job, great positioning.
Million intercept there for Pond. Stepped up. Trying to take that one. Back to the middle they come with Matthews. And now this is Demi Ashurst. Strike dunk from her. Forward they come again. Valila, the captain. Was that played up from New South Wales? No, the touch came in before they could release the ball, even though it did have a little play at it thereafter.
I wouldn't mind Valila just releasing that early to Ashurst. I know personally Ashurst has a lot of foot speed, so let's see if they can keep New South Wales defence honest, and they're going to get another chance at this.
Yeah, Mannion just falling off of her mark there, and wasn't ruled to be any Queensland hands that were involved in such an incident. Forward they come now with Ashurst. Still just toying with the defensive line. Now the touch comes. Ashurst, short ball. Jamming in nicely though. However, the penalty to come here for Queensland.
Yeah, just not quite moving off the line, but that's two. Let's see if Queensland can force New South Wales to make the third one.
And of course, that could result in a player being sat down. Oh, the touch comes across. It's a good one from McCurley.
Great.
Just got there in time. Otherwise, it would have been try time for Vandermeer. Away they come further still. Cadburn promotes the ball now, hops into dummy half. Oh, lovely delay on the pass. And then Graham once more finding a way across the line. Well, Charlotte's got herself a double.
Got one on the left, one on the right. And Amelia Chadburn just looks to pump the ball back to Hinkinsman, who obviously set that first one up. And Winger comes flying in, and great eyes from Amelia Chadburn just with the little pass over the top.
Yeah, did really well. Saw that Jade Pond had made that most recent touch. There was no woman further out wide. Took full advantage of it. Queensland lead for the first time in the match. 2 tries to 1, 7.5 gone here as Geros comes forward. Gets a nice quick strike dump on that 7-metre mark. Oh, wonderful change of angle right at the death. And it's reaped dividends for them. In they go. I think it might be Mackenzie Davis.
You'll see on the replay, Isabel Geros just comes around on the sweep, takes her middle on, and instead of thinking the play's dead, just dumps the ball with Holly Raff coming straight through and throws a great ball, great little hole. I believe that might be Jade Pond.
Mackenzie Davis.
Mackenzie Davis, sorry, my apologies. A great hole there.
One for a little change of line just as she was receiving the ball, though. Yeah. That's what really made it. Pass was good, but the line was even better as
exactly come off the left foot before she's even caught the ball, so
makes it very difficult for the defence. Great ball over the top. Graham's got herself a hat-trick.
Oh, a hat-trick in 8 minutes. Sykes.
Well, that is phenomenal from Sykes and Charlotte Graham. Well, it's a masterclass of finishing at the moment. Let's have a look at the build-up here too. It's nice play in the lead-up from Forbes just to try and work things pretty quickly here. But Sykes sums up the situation beautifully here. He'll have a little stop, recalibrates the play, and then have a look at this for a ball. Long pass. Great width on it. McCurley beaten all ends up, and Charlotte Graham, a deserved hat-trick for her.
That's what we spoke about early in the cast. So Taylor Sykes, great footwork, great speed, and a really good ball. But New South Wales back on the attack here. Great Rooster early release. Just doesn't quite go to hands.
And you mentioned they're a Rooster. For those who aren't 100% across touch footy, of course, a lot of people tuning in for the first time with State of Origin. Exactly what is a Rooster?
So essentially, it's just a little wrap play. So our middle wants to actually dump the ball out towards the length, and if they can, if possible, we're trying to make the Queensland middle or the defending middle make the touch also, and then we just do a little hit and wrap there, just to kind of engage an offside player and go one-on-one at the line. So New South Wales, great setup for that. Got the right people. Just didn't quite execute the play at the end, but we
now,
might
it
see them
wasn't
go
quite
to
a
it again.
Rooster, but I did actually start my morning with a chicken wrap. From where I'm staying, it was actually quite delicious. So.
I might actually hit that up a little bit later. We see at the moment with CFA doing the Red Rooster Goat, so we'll have to check them out later on.
I got to be saying, though, it would be a little bit weird if you are eating at the same place that I am, because it's from my hotel. So.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. All right, cool.
Be.
Up over halfway we go now. Now let's keep pushing further forward here with Ashurst. Back on the inside. Comes to Chadburn. Chadburn again hopping in at acting half. Now Ashurst back to Chadburn. 7 away. Ashurst flinging it out. Still room there. Oh, Graham wanted a fourth. It would have been a quad for her.
Mate, it's on the cards. We're 10 minutes in. She's got all 3 Queensland tries so far. So I don't know. What's your prediction she's going to get? How many is she getting?
Well, I called Logan Flanagan last year in the Mixed Opens Game 1 to 4 brilliant tries herself. I don't think I've seen better than that at this level. So if you can high level with that with 4, I'd be a very happy man.
I do recall probably maybe 3 series ago, Sean Francis, who recently played in the 30s men's, actually I believe got 6 in the game.
Oh.
So let's see if she can beat that. That might actually be the record. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I could
One
be.
to watch as well for New South Wales, hanging on the flank for them in this very fixture. Lauren McCurley, I believe the country championships last year, one of the games I was calling, she picked up 5, if not 6 tries. So
impressive.
She can certainly find her way to the line too.
I don't think I'm capable of that. Maybe give me 1 in a tournament.
I physically can't run anymore, Jordan. I've got no knees. I've got no ACL. Touch comes in there from Mackenzie Davis. And that will be the change over here. So time beginning to run short in this first half. Got about 8 minutes left. Flown by so far. As Mannion drops it off. Now the wraparound comes. Oh, big contact there. Bundling over the top. Now, I'm actually surprised that's gone against Queensland. I thought that was very much a 50-50 play. I would have been happy to say play on.
I think, just roll that again and we see both girls obviously make the tumble, but...
Look at you. You can't wait for a bit of the aggressive stuff, can you? I know it's Origin, but can you calm down, please?
I love it. As long as it's not up here, mate, I don't want to mess with you up here, so...
Jordan's hitting me. Goodness me. Here is Carruthers now.
Great touch.
Came in. That's beautiful stuff from Blade. That is like Blade. Hopping down a vampire in the club. Just got there in time.
Had to go in a long way as well, so really good job there.
Shifted further out wide now. Blade. Oh, a bit of a mix up. To continue though. I didn't think on that occasion Pond had actually got back on side. She just shoved away from the Queensland defender. No penalty forthcoming though.
Releases back in.
Sykes off. Over halfway. Sykes again now out of dummy half. Of course has to release. Can't be caught from acting half. Otherwise the changeover comes. But they'll get the ball anyway here, the Blues.
Good field position as well.
10
to halfway.
Of the halfway line. So New South Wales looking to work this forward and get into a deep position against Queensland's line.
Oh, little ball in the rough.
Yeah, I had a little look at it there, Jordan. I wasn't 100% sure myself. It was flat.
I don't think you quite need to do that. You're on halfway on first touch. So, nonetheless, Queensland on the attack, and that player who set the last one up, Taylor Sykes, on the ball.
There is Sykes, shifting from left to right. Working option back in the middle. Wants another set of 6 here. Rao is looming in defence, trying to shut things down if they come to Valilla. The captain back out there. So the big guns on deck for Queensland. Here is Valilla now. Shani heading all the way through. Oh, got there just in time. The touch came. So good stuff there from the New South Wales defence. That could have been crucial. They would have dropped to a 2-point deficit. Was there a hand in there? No, Mannion simply left it behind. Here
They've got-
comes Queensland
They've got
quickly.
numbers. Can
They
afford
certainly
to.
Side Forbes, and now here they go. They're in once more. Vandermeer, well, it is a difference, Charlotte.
We've got 4 to Charlotte. That's got to be some record too.
Right up there. So Charlotte Graham got the first 3 now. Charlotte Vandermeer also gets herself onto the scorers list.
Have we got any more Charlottes in this game?
A quick little look. No,
No, just
there's
the
only 2 Charlotte. So if it stays this way, for Queensland at least, only Charlottes will have scored. And I, for one, am quite happy about that. Not because
It's
it's
easy for us to
Queensland.
call.
Yes. There's too many names floating around. The touch comes in here on Mackenzie Davis. Here is Davis. Back towards the open side with Rath. Looping around as Geros. Such a dangerous customer. Geros diving for the line from distance. Touch came in though.
Came in from the link. Ashurst just beat short side there, and last little line of defence, Caitlin Blade once again. 2 really good touches defensively. I actually have coached Caitlin quite a fair bit, and I'm always telling her not to shut short side, but she made the right decision of that one, so had to be made that one.
She might make a beeline for the commentary booth and just give you a bit of what's what.
She might actually screen record that and send it to me later. But good job defensively there, but they just quite don't execute the rucking once again. And New South Wales get a really good opportunity with just under 5 to go in this half.
Caitlin, if you are watching this later on demand, of course, as you can, thanks to Bar TV, then make sure to tag Jordan in that particular piece of play so that he can get all across it. Here is Mackenzie Davis now, shifting back towards the middle. It's Rath. Davis takes the touch from Sortel. Davis again at the back. Geros, well shut down there. That time it was Chloe Graham.
Might have numbers.
Here's Geros finding
Oh,
good
great
touch from Graham. She can score them and she can certainly save them too. McCurley is a very difficult customer to stop close to the line, but she's done a great job there. And also a problem here for McCurley.
Yeah, might just be from the dive.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Hopefully we're okay, because she's had a great start to this game. And as you mentioned, she had 5, I think you said, in that country championship. So I definitely want to see that.
We've got plenty of pace too.
McCurley versus Charlotte. That's what I'd like to see.
Charlotte times 2, I like
Charlotte
that.
times 2.
That seems like a bit of an unfair fight, but sure. Back through the middle they come. Here is Carruthers now for the Blue.
We're kind of known for that, aren't we? 2 against 1.
Yes,
We
Paul.
look at Origin.
Sam Friday. How are you? I was going to say 3 on 1, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Hey, we've got to be proud of where we come from sometimes, don't we?
Don't shy away from it. So Carruthers will get another chance here, a full set to play with for New South Wales. Offside on that defensive play with Queensland. And Carruthers taps it, should I say. Up they came with Valilla. Oh, diving for the line. Carruthers was there. Hunk's just got the touch in time. They've also got O'Reilly out there who set up a try herself. Here she is now with the ball. Wrapping around for a run, though, is Nagy. Nagy just shy of the try line.
I actually think, I can't quite see the number, the middle in the white hat at the moment, made that touch, I believe. Nathan coming around might have still been offside. I believe it might be Tunk. You could be right.
The touch comes in there on O'Reilly. O'Reilly operating down the short side. Shimmied in and out.
Offside.
No touch coming. And offside. In addition to that, Hinkersman hadn't got back in time. And that's a lovely play. They go in for their 3rd try here through Maggie O'Reilly, who now has to try to her assist achieved earlier.
Right on the 7. Yeah, never gets 2 feet to the line. Ref calls play through. Great positioning there. And Maggie O'Reilly noticing that and just dives straight over.
So 3-2. Should I say 4-3. Queensland just in front of the moment. Of course, Charlotte Graham with a hat-trick. And then also Charlotte Vandermeer getting involved for Queensland. O'Reilly full of involvements herself. Long pass comes once more looking for that wing position. Vandermeer was out there, not Graham this time.
Left foot, Emily Wood, but great defence there. Mia Rogers up to the task. Queensland swarming in numbers here, but New South Wales right up to the task, get around, make nice metres down the sideline.
Here is McCurley now, picking up some good meterage. Fresh players onto the field, including
That's
that
a great
X-Factor
drive.
Geros. That's why we're so keen on seeing what she can get up to. She can turn a game on its head. Out of dummy half now comes Carruthers again. Oh, good touch coming in. Just watched it nicely there, Emily Ward.
Yeah, really good defence. I was really impressed with the New South Wales ruck set there. Looked in trouble probably the first two touches, and as you just mentioned, Derosh just with a really good drive got himself out of trouble and ended the ball right on the 7. So that's a win, and now they win again with an error from a Queensland ruck.
Well, that's the third time, and they've turned over pretty much in that exact same spot each and every time as well. So whilst they might lead, I think Paul Coppin would be a little bit disappointed with the discipline so far of his side, but with just 25 seconds remaining, this will pretty much be the last chance, and if New South Wales score from this position, we can imagine there'll be a stern talking to at half-time based on those play the balls.
And that's all it is at the moment. It's the discipline from Queensland giving New South Wales way too many chances.
Oh, but they'll just get let off the hook here. So Laura attacked it at speed, but just left it behind. It was emerging quite nicely out here on this open right. Pond had a bit of space had they managed to hold on to possession and get the ball further wide, but they won't worry too much because despite, I would say, quite a dominant first half display from Queensland, New South Wales only find themselves down by one try, so plenty for Matt Scranage, the coach, to work with. But at halftime here at CX Coffs Harbour International Stadium, for the Women's 20 division in State of Origin, it is Queensland 4, New South Wales 3. All the second half action in just a moment.
Events cannot be run without you. We want to take this opportunity to thank all of our referees and all of their coaches. Also, a big thanks to the Coffs Harbour Regional Council for their support of this State of Origin series. What an amazing region and venue to play on, and some of the highest quality touch football in the country will be played here this weekend. So a big thank you to the Coffs Harbour Regional Council. Two minutes, players and referees. 2 minutes. referees, 1 minute, please take the field. Players and referees are ready.
Welcome back to the second half here of the Women's 20s division with Queensland leading 4 tries to 3. James Preston and Jordan Dart with you in commentary live from Coffs Harbour CX International Stadium. Queensland on the attack early for this second stanza. Oh, great ball, and Sykes has gone right through them. A lovely floating cutout pass, and Taylor Sykes takes full advantage of it, Jordan Dart.
Awesome play there. They run like a little ML with the girl through the middle. Madeline Matthews with a great ball, and Taylor Sykes steaming onto that one. We said it before, but Taylor Sykes just flying through that hole.
Yeah, it's a great ball from Matthews. Sykes hitting it at pace and just managed to split the defence of Mannion and also McCurley out there. So good to see McCurley has recovered from that shoulder indiscretion she had in that first half. She was clutching at it for a little while. As on the attack they come, New South Wales through Andy Law. Here's Law again. Making sure the Queensland defence comes up to that 7-metre mark as Geros is caught. Well, Law, great right foot step, opening up the passage, and all the way through they go. Maggie O'Reilly is having a real field day out there. Her second try of the match and an assist of the 4. She's been involved in 3.
That was a sharp right foot, wasn't it? Just probably a little bit of dead play and just comes off the right foot. We see right here. Just goes bang. And just like Taylor Sykes did before, steams onto that little short ball and opens up.
2 tries in this second stanza within the first 90 seconds. So frenetic pace about things. We saw in the men's 20s division just before this, 18 tries in that match. Already at 9 so far. We could well get something pretty close, John.
We could be close, and it's something you love to see. Probably coaches not too happy about that, but I love to see it up here. Tries galore.
Well, tell us a little bit about your coaching yourself, because of course you're involved in some of the pathways, shall we say, in terms of developing this new crop of talent that's coming through in Queensland. How important for you is the defensive side of the game? We focus so much on the attack, of course.
Well, attack's probably built from a very young age, and defensive is probably not looked at too much. So, I mean, you can win a game 1-0. So, games are built on defence. Carnivals are won on defence, and it's so important. It really is.
Have you ever seen a game 1 0 though? That's the real question.
I've seen many. I've been in some low-scoring games actually as well. Like you see at NTLs, there's some games that end 2-1 or 3-2. Even your men's games that are generally probably a 10-9, 7-8 kind of affair. So
Well,
I'm not complaining.
Certainly not. There was an opportunity just for a moment there for Queensland had they managed to get a bit crisper with that pass, but McCurley jammed in regardless. Close things down. 3 minutes gone in the second stanza, of course. 20-minute halves here for the 2022 State of Origin. Once more, they work it upfield through Andy Law. Carruthers back out there. He's got herself a try so far too. That woman through the middle. O'Reilly has been terrific for the Blues. Steaming onto it and picking up good metres there as Georgia Carroll. Hasn't seen a great deal of time on the field, but that's nice stuff. However, commentators curse the very next play is appalling from the Blues.
Yeah, that's your fault. You can blame him on that. So, but like you said, great setup to it. Just drives in nice and hard. Just didn't quite get the execution right, but I like that play from New South Wales.
Forward comes Ford. Now they'll get up over the halfway line. Good bit of momentum about this play from Queensland. Trying to turn back on the inside with Vandermeer. One of the 2 Charlottes who's been racking up tries so far. Oh, Bain the touch. Play on though for Sykes, who now waits at acting half on. She's absolutely Had a mocker of it there. Can we blame that one on
You
you?
can blame that one on me. Why not? One to you, one to me.
It's
But,
Origin.
it's Origin. We've got to take something.
Here is Carruthers heading down the short side. Fresh players onto the field. A little bit slow in that transition, though. New South Wales staggered in their approach as Jeros tries to speed things up, and that's the good pressure there from Queensland. Put that down to the play before, really smothering them as they went to get those substitutions onto the field.
Yeah, like you said, a little bit slow, and then wanted to try and get themselves out of trouble with a little release ball, and just goes to ground. That might be... No, we're just going to say pick it up.
I was going to say that might have been the most milked
Yeah,
play I've ever seen. That was literally trying to hold the ball to the leg of the defence.
I was going to agree with you. I don't like doing it, but I was going to.
Is that something you teach in your coaching?
No, definitely not.
Here comes Chadburn. He's already set up an absolute ripping try in the first half for Charlotte Graham. Dumping off quickly. Here is Matthews. Long ball once again, all just falling between the two supporting runners. Could have been dangerous there.
Yeah, didn't quite know who wanted to grab that one, but Matty Matthews definitely coming into the game right now in this second half. And that's a strong touch.
Big touch from Caitlin Blade. And they'll say that's completely fine. I'll tell you what, us up here in the booth, we love seeing it.
Loved it.
Quick play comes, and now onto the field is Rogers. But Rogers, she's picked it up from a position where it wasn't quite facing straight, I believe, is the call there, Jordan.
Yeah, just not straight. Have to face the try line when you're playing the ball. So Queensland with a great set here.
Chadburn dinking and weaving. Now supplies to Blade. Chadburn marshalling the troop. Wanting to launch something here. Back through the middle. Oh, the touch came in from Mannion. She was there very quickly to stop it. Still a couple of plays left here, though, for Queensland. Can they breach them? New South Wales have been up to the task so far in this second stanza. Chadburn, last play now. Firing it away from left to right, but it's not going to find the mark once more. They've been guilty of that a little bit in the last 5 minutes, Jordan. Towards the sideline they come now. Nagy dropping it off. Mannion heads further upfield, 10 shy of the halfway line. Straightening things is Carroll. Good meters on display. Carruthers had to stop on a run. Now Jeros. Jeros, nice little dump off there. An option back to the middle. O'Reilly, Jeros. And now quick hands. Oh, straight into the hands of Queensland, though. I was about to say they've got that big trio out there right now, New South Wales, but didn't reap the right result there.
No, Charlotte Vandermeer just putting herself in a great position to take that ball. And Queensland straight back on the attack.
Touch coming in now from Jeros. Oh, very flat pass to Graham. Dropping the ball after the touch. Referee says that's fine, play on. Forward they march now, Queensland. Forbes looking for an opening. Punk plays it off. Now another change over here coming. So New South Wales have a chance to work it away. Really getting into a bit of a war of attrition at the moment.
A little bit. It looks like both teams have kind of gone happy to get back into the grind. The start of the game was a bit like that. We see another strong touch.
Queensland definitely up to the physical aspect of this one so far. The fly unfortunately goes into my throat midway through a sentence. That's what we like to see.
It's been a little bit different. I think the first half, New South Wales seemed to dominate the midfield, and right now Queensland has started this second half doing that. That was probably one area where I thought they needed to work on. So,
before they come with Sortel, found half a gap. Fought just shy of that 7 metre mark. Of course, it's a very important mark on such footy field. The defence doesn't come up to that mark when the attack is encroaching on that space. Penalty is set to come from there, and you'll get full set to work with. Last play now, Sykes drops it off. Oh, Valilla getting all the way through. Long ball comes and down to ground very quickly. I think she might have dropped it, though, in the act of scoring.
Yeah, I think she's dropped that one, but Jade Pond right up to the task, does a great job getting back out. And probably the pressure of Jade Pond actually caused that, I think. New South Wales going to have numbers.
Well, here it is on the replay as well, just seeing Valilla dart out of dummy half. The big dummy comes, a long ball there. Yeah, you're right. Pond, I think, might have got there anyway. It's a great defence from Jade Pond. New South Wales up over halfway. Quick touch and dump off. Here comes Rogers. Oh, that was a dangerous ball and had to be played at, I think, there as well from Hinkersman.
And probably was putting New South Wales under pressure if he takes that as well. So great job from both sides here. New South Wales with a great chance to hit back.
Been a tough second half for these two sides. We've only seen the 3 tries so far. New South Wales still looking to get themselves into the contest. They haven't led for some time. As Srow heads back towards the centre. O'Reilly, oh geez, that was close to being a forward pass. Oh, Law off the left foot. That is absolutely sharp as it gets. It's like razor blades cutting grass out there, and Andy Law lays down the law to Queensland.
That was perfect from New South Wales. We talked about that rooster play earlier on in the game. They go to it again, this time with an early release. Nice hands and just bang off the left foot. That's sharp.
Geez, you'd hate to be a piece of grass after that, wouldn't you?
Oh, that spot looks dangerous over there. I wouldn't want to go near it. Once again, glad I'm up here.
Now we've got to get you out in the field, mate. I believe the Queensland 30 side might need a little bit of support.
Oh, one more year. One more year.
Oh, the touch comes across from Carroll. Jordan's going to be preparing for the next 12 months for his turn to be cutting grass out there.
I'll get the fitness going now.
You stop doing push-ups mid-game, honestly. Quit that. Just stop it, all right?
Anyone who knows me knows that's definitely not true.
Can you stop removing the magic of the commentary box and the theatre of it all?
Can do. Great set here, New South Wales.
Good touch. Coming in once more, jamming hard is Graham. Away it comes now to Nagy. McCurley. Once more, Jeros hitting straight to. She picks up good meters every time.
Trouble.
There's Mackenzie Davis. Oh, such a quick customer. Stepped off the right foot. And that's what happens when you play at pace. Mackenzie opened them up like a can of tuna.
She's happy about that one. And those two that you spoke about, Jeros and Mackenzie, just absolute playing direct. You see her kind of straighten up in Jeros. And then just a little kick off the left foot, releases to Mackenzie, and we've got a ball game with 9 to go.
He is very, very quick. And you mentioned there, Jordan, we certainly do have a ball game tied at 6 apiece. 8.5 on the clock. And wrapping around is Tunks. Tunks looking for an opening. Jeros remaining out there. Good touch coming from behind there with Srow. Options through the middle. Come that way to Hinkersman. New South Wales definitely having the better of the running here in the second half. Oh, great ball over the top. Oh, the try for all money. Just bobbled at the death. Pond was caught in no man's land. Made up plenty of ground, but I think if they take that cleanly, it's a try for all money, Jordan.
That one might be a try, and we've seen Hinkersman go to that passing game before. She runs a little counties play, so for anyone at home, she gets the touch on the middle and split infield to play 4-on-3. New South Wales just making an error in their rucking.
Oh, that's a coach killer. It certainly has killed me in the box here. Trying to hide my Blues colours, but can't do it all the time.
Yeah, hands on head up here in the box. So Queensland with a great opportunity here.
Dunks dishes it off. Now Blade looking to cut through them. Shut down very quickly from Law. Wrapping around is Sykes. Real danger woman for Queensland. Their big guns are out there now. Valilla, Sykes, also Hinkersman. Sykes off the right foot. Oh, open it up and then delay the pass beautifully. Valilla back through the middle. Beautiful play from Queensland. It's like clockwork.
It's unreal from Queensland. They just go to a little punish play with Caitlin Blade in the link. They fake that and just throw a ripping ball to Taylor Sykes. And like we saw earlier, bang off the right foot. Good little short ball. And big guns for both teams stepping up right now.
So New South Wales once more with the work to do. Now find themselves trailing by 1. They've done a great job to get back into the swing of things here. And into half-time down by a single try. They still find themselves in the same position though, despite all that early good work. Short play. Davis, who's picked up their last try. Gee, she's got so much pace, Mackenzie Davis. They just got there in time. But there'll be another set to play with here for New South Wales. Where do you think the opening will come for the Blues?
I like that play. They've gone to it a couple of times and they're creating danger. Probably had a little chance there for a short ball again. So through the middle, I think, has been New South Wales' dangerous plays right now. We'll see what they go to.
Raf slowing things down. No real hurry to get on with things here, New South Wales. Davis just marshalling the troops, wanting to set up a play. A couple of shots from here. Davis heads wider still. Ponders there and runs all the way over the sideline after the touch. Back they come with just over 5 minutes remaining in this one. Bit of fatigue starting to set in for both of these sides. Geros eventually arrives at acting half. Flings it on here to Raf. Raf looking for options in the middle. It is absolutely pedestrian at the moment from the Blues, though. Davis will literally walk towards the defensive line. Finally, they'll look to launch an attack. Geros, however, is started with how she's moving, but it still works down for Abella Geros. She does have a great reach on her when she dives, and she's shown it exactly in that moment.
Didn't quite get the setup right. They wanted Geros on a sweep, but like you said, does not matter. And just like I said for Queensland, big guns stepping up. Geros comes round, gets nice and low. We've got a ball game. I'm smelling a drop-off here.
Well, yeah, we've had a few so far, not on the main stadium to date, but already had two after the first, I believe, 2 or 3 matches now. Oh, here we go. To the ruck with Manning.
Vandermeer on the chase. I don't think they're catching her.
They're not going to catch her. New South Wales, the second lead for the first time. Morgan Manning stepped up. And she drives it to the heart of Queensland. New South Wales take the lead for the first time in this fixture.
Great defence. New South Wales just jumps up, holds her space. Valila throws the ball and away she goes. And that's a big try in this match. And get an error, I believe. No, we're going to let him play it.
Referee will say they're offside is the first indiscretion. So New South Wales, for the first time in this match with under 4 minutes remaining, they lead. We could be on the smell here of a little bit of a boil over, given what we saw in the first sort of 25 minutes of this fixture. Of course, Queensland went in first in the second half as well to open up a 2-point margin.
Great cut.
Comes across there from Maggie O'Reilly. She's been one of the best performers on the pitch either side, O'Reilly. That's a good piece of play from her there. Sykes. Once more with Sykes. Sykes off the right foot. Law coming in. Law was there to stop it. Back to the 7-metre mark. Sykes has options either side of the play. The ball. That's a very confused play, though. And it's dropped down by Tunk. Just a bit of pressure starting to mount now on Queensland.
Yeah, I think from going down that one and then not being... Yeah, we got a penalty for that one. I think just in the ruck. And we're going to have a chat for this one. No, we're just going to say, much it up.
Might have been a bit of back chat there from Queensland, I think.
But yeah, just maybe a little bit of clock pressure. 3 minutes is a long time, but when it's tight in games like this...
Oh, geez, I feel New South Wales got away with one there. Last one was pinged from Queensland, but the Blues, they'll certainly take that piece of good fortune. They march forward now. Geros to Davis. Geros again, the danger woman. Davis. Oh, just left behind. That could be crucial for the Blues. A try there would pretty much nail this one. Queensland, though, they have a sniff, Jordan.
Yeah, that was a big set in the game.
Well, the dummy comes. Meters on offer as well there from Sykes. Up towards halfway. Transition not the smoothest, though, from Queensland, nor is that play the ball. It's going to hamper momentum. Last play now. What can Forbes conjure up? Back to the open side, stepping off the right foot. They've opened up a gap here. Chadburn dances for a moment. Geros, though, once again, a huge effort in defence. She just kept the line and width and didn't offer Chadburn anywhere to go.
You mentioned the Queensland ruck set, probably not one of the best that they've had so far, but I put that down to the New South Wales pressure. They know there's not long in this game. They're up by 1, and they're happy to work for it. That's what you need in State of Origin.
Oh.
Charlotte Graham will push.
Well, geez, I'm not sure how Graham hasn't been penalised there. The player didn't even have the ball. And Carruthers will now continue things and makes good meters off the back of it. Rogers here. Can she link up with Mannion, who's got plenty of pace? Here is Mannion now. Puts the foot down. Makes some good lead. New South Wales will play in this one. There's just over a minute to go. And Morgan Mannion has come up with 2 massive plays to finish out this match. And it will open up a 2-point lead with a minute on the clock. The Blues look home.
That's what you want in State of Origin. They've fought this whole game, being down. Like you said, they only led that last try before, and a great little switch, and Mannion just puts on the jet.
See, she's quick, Jordan. She's very quick.
Get her in some space. We saw Kyra Dieter in the men's 20s, and Mannion saying what he can do, I can do better.
Might have to put those two in a race against one another. Given what we've seen here, Morgan Mannion certainly can fly. So Queensland with 30 seconds on the clock. Timepiece will beat them. Touch comes in there from Law, and that will be the changeover. So likely to remain at 9-7. Let me get your thoughts, Jordan, on who you think has been the winner of the match so far.
Well, I think Mannion's just put a little bit of resume in this second half, but I probably can't go past Geros. I think she's been in absolutely everything, and even the tries that haven't necessarily been her setting up, it's been decoy plays for her. So Geros has been really impressive, but New South Wales in a whole has been great.
Yeah, it certainly is a team sport. The entire team has come together beautifully here in New South Wales, and they have collected victory in Game 1 of this 2022 State of Origin series for the Women's 20s division. Big performances from the likes of Bella Geros, Mackenzie Davis, and certainly to close out that second stanza, Morgan Mannion. It is New South Wales 9 tries to 7 over Queensland. And don't you go too far, because in about 5 minutes' time, it will be the mixed opens. Jordan Dart, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
No problem. Good to be here.
Women's 20s division.